Hi, Scott with Peel-Tek here, and we're on a little remodel job site right here, and I wanted to show you how to use Peel-Tek on a rough textured wall where we want to get a much tighter cut in between the two different colors of the paint. We have a drag texture on the wall, pretty heavy, and then we have a splatter on the ceiling. And it gets kind of rough when you're trying to cut that in. It's very, very difficult to cut in. So I'm going to show you how to do this with Peel-Tek. Now, what you want to do is you're just going to go ahead and you're going to paint both sides. Now, the number one mistake that people make is spraying it too thin. So don't get it too thin, but also don't get it too thick, because then it'll take a long time to dry. So as you can see, this is what I'm doing is I'm getting the Peel-Tek on both sides. Now, once I know that I've got it covered, make sure I don't have it too thin here on the outer edge. Now I'm going to take my pocket knife and I'm going to turn it backwards, and I'm going to score that inside corner. Sometimes I'll even turn it a little bit sideways. And if you can get it in there close, now if your Peel-Tek's a little bit liquid, you might want to let it set a few minutes, but not too long. But you can see I'm scoring my line. And then when I come back later, I'm going to pull off the bottom side and I'll be masked on the top, then I can get my brush in there and really cut that in well. So I'm going to come around this side and I'm going to score that. You never want to try to score Peel-Tek when it's dry. It just won't work. It's too tough, and it'll just start to peel on you. So you want to score it while it's wet. And by the way, this technique works on door handles and strikers and door hinges and anything like that. This is just really rough and it's very difficult, and it's really about the only way that I've found that works. Okay, so we're going to come back later now after that's dry, and I'll show you how well it works. Thank you. Scott with Peel-Tek here, and earlier we showed you how to apply the Peel-Tek to both sides of your inside corner. What we're trying to do is we're trying to mask up here. We have very heavily textured walls and ceilings. So I did what I call a wet score. I applied the Peel-Tek while it was wet. I scored it, all right? We also painted today as well. So the paint's only been sitting a few hours. It's dry, but not fully cured yet. But we're gonna be okay. The Peel-Tek's been on for 3 or 4 hours, and so now I'm gonna show you, we want to remove the Peel-Tek on the gray here so that we can come back and then cut in without getting gray up on our ceiling. So, here we go. Now, I didn't cut that tiny little end right there, so that I got that back on. You just have to make sure that your score goes all the way through on your wet. And if there's any tiny little spots, just rub it off just like that. And then what we're gonna do, and we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna hit that with our brush. And as good as you can get anyway on a heavily textured wall, we are now masked on our ceiling. And we shouldn't get a whole lot of, or any bleed through really. But still, because it's heavily textured, you can't get a perfectly straight line, but you can mask it so that you can really dig in and get the paint in there without getting it all over your ceiling. So there you go. And we'll show you after we paint it. Thank you from Peel-Tek. Okay, now I'm gonna pull it while it's wet. Here's the moment of truth. Now my line is only going to be as good as my score. So you can see right in here, you know, I did a quick score, you know, to show that it's not going to bleed and that this is a method that you can very easily do. So it's just a matter of paying better attention to your score and making sure you get a good score line. Anyway, there you go. There's the method for using Peel-Tek on heavily textured walls on your where your walls meet your ceilings. Thank you.